My name is Waqas. I started my life in the northern part of Pakistan in 2001. That's when I applied for NUST and got accepted in College of Aeronautical Engineering in Department of Avionics Engineering. I did my engineering from there, graduated in 2005. And straight away, like 3 days after completing my project, I went to Finland to start my master's degree in radio communications. That was a huge change for me, both culturally and as an opportunity as well to take my career to the next level. Ever since, I've been working for some of the large technology companies, Ericsson, Alcatel-Lucent, and now Google. During the course of my career, I got an opportunity to work in about 15 different countries around the globe in consulting roles, and also traveled to about 38 states in the US. These travels brought some amazing experiences. Most of it was around getting to know people more, developing a deeper understanding of communities, and getting to understand the cultural differences and nuances and how it affects the working life of people and life in general. So I think I have developed a lot deeper empathy for people from different perspectives and diverse opinions, and that's something I consider as a key learning out of my career. For the last 2 years, I've been working in Google, and it's been an amazing ride. What is the one key skill that I acquired at NUST that helped me in my career? If I were to say pick one skill, it will be working and executing under tremendous pressure. Being a graduate of College of Aeronautical Engineering, anybody who has been to that institute know what pressure means and what executing under pressure means. And I think that's a hugely beneficial skill that I acquired at CAE. Basically, you're exposed to an environment where studies is not particularly the most prioritized thing, but at the end of the day, that is something that you have to achieve and execute against. So in that environment, if you are able to study well and keep yourself intact and execute well, that I think goes a long way in your career. And I've benefited in my career a lot from this. Between 2014 and 16, I interviewed at about 23 different companies for 84 different positions, and all of them I got rejected. So 84 failures within the span of 2 years, and every failure was heartbreaking. However, something really interesting started happening. After every failure, I'll sit back, regroup myself, and try to see what can I do better. And that led me to believe that I can apply for other places that I had considered kind of out of my reach, which included Google. So after 84 failures, the first successful offer was from Google. And I think all the failed interviews played a hugely important role in how I prepared for Google interviews. One of the key elements was consulting people. I consulted more than 10-15 people for that. I interviewed them. I had mock-up interviews with them. I prepared notes. My notes were like 50 pages or so for Google interviews. And I think at the end of the day, everything paid off. So if you were to take two key learnings or messages from my discussion today, those are going to be how you deal with failure, take it positively, use the failures as a mean for you to propel more into future, and secondly, prepare meticulously. If there is anyone who can take the responsibility of not making it, that's you. So I think you should own your success and try to prepare meticulously in order to be able to successfully execute. It doesn't matter what your goal is, maybe setting up a business, maybe setting up your own venture, or maybe getting a job. In every case, I think it applies with the same relevance. The world of technology is getting democratized. The access to information is no longer limited to folks in Stanford or Harvard or MIT. Everybody has access to pretty much the same level of information. So one of the key important aspects of development or research is something that is now open to everybody. The second thing, there's no bad time to start. You can always start from any point and go from there. It doesn't matter if you don't have prior research in that area. You can basically absorb whatever progress has been made in that area and start from there. And the third thing is, I will advise is be scrappy. Start small and dream big. One of the things that I've seen as a stopper or as a blocker for a lot of folks is that they want to start big. They want to start with something that looks very fancy and amazing, but I will advise that you start with something small and scrappy and then develop it as you go. That will reduce your barrier to entry and will increase your chances for success. What would I have done differently at NUST? So first of all, I want to say at NUST, as a virtue of the environment and as a virtue of, the push from our parents, we would always try to be number one. We would always want to be the first one in the pack and to get best distinction academically. But what I have felt and what I have observed in my limited career is number one is not always the best spot to be in long run. There are folks who are at the end of the pack to begin with, and then they work their way up and don't be complacent as they go, and they end up being the number one in the long run. So the focus on the long run, the ability to learn continuously and not being able to fall in a comfort zone, assuming that you're number one, is something that I will do differently. I would try to teach myself or reteach myself or re-educate myself that being number one is not the thing that's going to take me further in my career. It's just a temporary goal and something that we strive for, but it's not the most beneficial thing. So it doesn't matter if you're number two or number last, everybody stands an equal chance in career. The thing that will differentiate between a successful and a non-successful person is their commitment, their continual learning, and their ability to stay out of comfort zone.